All right, today the Honey Badger abruptly retired after a very long and successful career. It's funny, he got kicked off of the LSU team, falls in the draft in 2013, a draft that was one of the weakest that we have had in some time. They did a redraft despite the safety position, and I get it, he plays the hybrid, can play a little bit of boundary corner, he can play the slot very well, and he can play both safety roles. He would be a top 10 pick if we redrafted the 2013 draft, and I did redraft the 2013 draft this past draft season, and he was a top 10 pick. I forget where exactly he slid in. He's one of my favorite players. I really wish he would have made it to my favorite team. There were actually some flirtations a couple of years ago. It never panned out. Really interesting. I remember the Cardinals. I loved the Bruce Arians era Cardinals. Carson Palmer, Tyrann Mathieu, Patrick Peterson. They were special. They would end up getting dog walked by the Carolina Panthers in 2015. That was the Panthers-Broncos Super Bowl year. Mathieu would then battle some injuries. He spent a year in Houston, which a lot of people forget about. He was on the same defense as J.J. Watt. I think Jadeveon Clowney was there at that time too. Then he would enjoy 3 very successful seasons in Kansas City. They would let him walk. After a very long free agency tour, he heads back to Louisiana and has been solid for the Saints. Definitely a step back, but a very good safety. And I'm not somebody who can just sit back and enjoy a very good career, which is kind of sad. But I immediately have to go look at their resume and decide whether or not I think they're going to wind up in Canton. Super Bowl champion, that helps. 4-time All-Pro, 3 of them first team. That's pretty good. 3 Pro Bowls. I thought this guy, if you would have had the over-under at 5.5 Pro Bowls, I probably would have hit the over. I would have. So that's interesting. 2015. So he only made the Pro Bowl 1 time with the Cardinals. Ooh, that certainly shakes things up. The All-Decade team, that might make up for it, though. I think All-Decade team guys, almost, they immediately deserve a shot. Then you look at the stats, 838 tackles, 11 sacks, does have 100 PDs and 36 interceptions, which is a lot for this generation. Tyrann Mathieu, a pretty good resume. The Pro Bowls are interesting, but the All-Decade team might help offset that. And it adds to an already stacked class. These are the guys who are just going to be eligible the same year as Tyrann Mathieu, Zach Martin, Jason Peterson, Tyron Smith. I think all 3 of those guys get in. Probably not all of them first ballot. Be lucky if one of them gets in first ballot. Just so hard for offensive line. None of the other guys will make it, but they're all kind of in the Hall of Very Good.